Ladies and gentlemen, the children of Auschwitz drew pictures. In none of the pictures are there any birds. And the reason is that the trees had no leaves. There was no grass. Why? Because the people that were here were starving. So they ate all of the leaves, and they ate all of the stalks of grass as soon as they started to come up. So the trees were completely bare, the ground was completely bare, and the birds didn't come.
It's a place where over 1 million of people was murdered because of no reason. I think this place can teach us very, very much things. And we just have to be patient with this place. I think we don't have to hurry through this place. We have to keep our time.
There were always a lot of reasons why I should come, though I didn't want to really admit that for the first several months that I heard about this program. My mom told me about the program and I said, "Are you crazy? Why would anybody want to subject themselves to sitting in a concentration camp and, meditating and, it just seemed like such a crazy idea to me."
Usare la telecamera è stato molto interessante perché permetteva di non concentrarmi solo su una cosa, ma cercare almeno di trovare dei particolari, qualcosa di strano che succedeva durante magari qualche cerimonia. Questo è stato molto interessante per me.
You can maybe give an impression, like a suggestion or like a prompt to somebody who didn't participate. But actually the main things that happened, I feel like inside me. So like you cannot like with a camera inside someone's mind, and it is also difficult to tell what you really felt during this week.
My mother was born in a Jewish family, and both her parents were Holocaust survivors. So immediately I felt the familial connection. On my other side of the family, my father's side, his dad fought for the U.S. in World War II, and I recently had a discussion with him. And immediately when I told him I was going to Auschwitz, he kind of took his glasses off and looked down and wiped his face. He looked at me in the eye and said, "Josh, this is going to be an incredible trip for you to learn about what happened."
Più o meno so quello che è stato, poi entrare in un campo di concentramento così, che dicono che addirittura si senta ancora l'odore, nonostante siano passati 70 anni, allora penso che questo ritiro e questo posto in particolare sia significativo. Mi chiamo Daniele, vengo dall'Italia, Nord Italia, Trento, vicino a Trento.
Mam na imię Karolina, jestem z Polski, mieszkam w Warszawie. I don't think I would like to just go through a concentration camp like in a tourist group with a tourist guide. I think it's a place that needs to be experienced. I mean, it's a place of of a great tragedy and something that cannot be understood in any terms. And yeah, you just need to face this terrible and not just go through and then return to your city, but face this thing.
This is a place where people were judged with no justice. This is a place to remember justice and to ask for justice for every human being, for every living being.
So for me, there are many people who come to Auschwitz, and they come and they may get shocked. I think when it's just a quick visit, it could send us into a shock of fear or of a shock of anger, and we then go away and we take it out on somebody else, or we take it out on ourselves. We haven't, we need the time here to bear witness, to work with what comes up, to make transformation, and that's what I call teaching. Teaching for me is when there's a transformation, a change in how we think and feel. "18 years ago, we walked into Birkenau, and Birkenau is so immense that I was overwhelmed by a feeling of spirits calling out to be remembered. So many, millions. And I decided that I want to come back and sit here and bear witness to all of these spirits, to feel them, feel what the needs are. And you know, the spirits were not just the victims, but also the perpetrators. Everybody was suffering. I wanted to sit together with as many different types of people as I could gather. So that was my first connection. I wanted to bring as many differences as possible and see if we could learn to live together.
I'm here for, I think, my 9th time in this retreat, serving as the rabbi of this retreat. And some years ago I was sitting here in meditation and feeling we have to bring youth, we have to bring young people to this retreat to experience it, to experience Auschwitz in this way that the Zen peacemakers do it.
To spend time here, to allow the grieving or the thinking or the feelings to come up, if it's anger that comes up instead of grieving, to be with that anger. Why am I angry? Or if it's guilt, why am I guilty? And to talk about it and to share with others, then we learn. So then Auschwitz becomes the teacher.
Mi chiamo Mattia, vengo dall'Italia, dal nord Italia, da Trento.
Auschwitz is a place that was driven by fear. It was created by fear, driven by fear. Everybody here worked by fear. And the fear of the other makes Auschwitz to be like a place that was trying to make no otherness. Everybody needs to be the same. Auschwitz is a place that tries to make everything the same.
If it's really international and really interfaith, that there are many, many different believings, like Jews, Christians, Buddhists, I heard also, it will be very interesting and it will be very nice to share with them their thoughts.
Ich heiße Sebastian, komme aus Donaueschingen in Deutschland, das ist im Süden Deutschlands, Schwarzwald-Baar-Kreis.
So bringing young people here for me is like, this is the way to come. Not in your own group of same nation, but to come in a group that is multinational and to learn the differences and the different point of views and how the Holocaust is being seen by other people.
السلام عليكم، اسمي إيهاب بلحة، أنا من سكان يافا، فلسطين الأصل، عربي، ما زلت ساكن بيافا. هلا أنا بشتغل بمؤسسات خيرية مع مؤسسات فلسطينية مؤسسات إسرائيلية اللي بتحاول تتقرب بين بعض على أساس إنساني.
السلام عليكم، أنا اسمي بكر النقيب من اللد، فلسطيني عايش في إسرائيل.
A number of people from my class were supposed to arrive with me. In the end, they didn't come, and I really didn't know anyone else. And the reason I came here to Poland, to Auschwitz, I am the only Palestinian who wants to take part in the enormous pain the Jews went through.
היי, קוראים לי נועם, אני גר במושב רגבה בישראל, בצפון. For me, the Holocaust was kind of a turning point in the humanity. I believe that those symptoms are not so far in the Middle East because there are a lot of racism and conflicts, and I'm kind of scared, so I came here to learn as much as I can to prevent it.
My name is Josh Bassereer. This is my sister, Emily Bassereer. And we come from the United States. On our mother's side, our grandfather was in the concentration camps. And we never met him personally, but he was, I think, in Dachau. And then our grandmother was a Holocaust survivor. She was never in the camps, but she had to flee. She was from Poland. She had to go to all over Europe, really. And that actually brings up probably the most difficult experience here for me was dealing with that, where we were chanting names of people that died. So at first I'm reading off a list of people that I don't know that died, and then once I finished the list of the people that died, I had my own list of names of my own ancestors that died and some that survived. And it was really difficult because once you start reading your own name, your own family's name, Oscar Jaeger, Yenta Fogel, and Rosie Fogel, it really just, it strikes home.
Ron Tamam Shaw.
Naftali Herzog Weiss.
Ron Tamam Joseph.
Franz Peterka, Maria Peterlin, Adolf Petermann, Alma Peterman, Alma Peterman,
Joseph Stelmach, Jacob Stelman, Simon Stelman, Zygmunt Stelmasic, Boleslas Stelmasic,
Joseph Peterman,
Stelna,
Joseph Peterman,
Hirsch Stempel,
Joseph Peterman,
Joachim Israel Stempel, Wilhelm Stendel, Julian Steppe, Hans Steppen, Jindrich Stepan, Alois Stepanek, Joseph Stepanek, Joseph Stepanek, Joseph Stepinski, Stanislaus Stepinski, Moshe Yeager, Jenta Fogel, Yitzhak Fogel, Esther Schandel, 2 unknown names, 3 other unknown names. Rosie Fogel, Fanny Fogel, Martin Fogel.
Le emozioni più forti le ho provate quando ho provato a immaginare me nella situazione dei prigionieri. Se io avessi una famiglia, dei bambini, e a tutto un tratto magari presi, messi su un treno, separati, e poi magari vivere nello stesso spazio, nello stesso campo, però separati da 2 baracche e non poter neanche vedersi. Si può sapere la storia perfettamente, ma come essere umano abbiamo sempre, la maggior parte delle volte, bisogno di qualcosa di pratico. E essere qua proprio nei posti dove magari dove sono seduto è morta qualche persona anche, no? O camminare per le stesse strade dove 70 anni fa camminavano loro, magari trasportando pesi fuori di testa o trasportando anche solo una carriola con dentro i corpi dei loro compagni.
A me viene da pensare molto a una cosa che di solito si cerca di tenere lontana, che è la morte, appunto. Credo sia normale pensare alla morte, ma di solito non si vuole mai pensarci. E io, mentre stavo pensando, insomma, per me appunto questo problema della morte, pensando al fatto non il problema che la morte è la fine, ma che la morte pone il problema, diciamo, della finalità della vita, se si può dire. Cioè, a cosa serve vivere?